Welcome to the show, everyone. I am so excited about networking with everybody out there. We are live on Facebook, so hi to everybody out there. Like us and follow us. We're going to share the show later on. My first guest. Now, we just said that it's been like over almost 5 years or more. Alexandra Seal. She is the owner of King's World of Marble, and the word on the street is that if King's World of Marble can't fix it, nobody can. So let's talk a little bit about what we're talking about here and what you all do. Welcome back, and thank you. Thank you for supporting the show and me and being on for as long as you have. And you know, I'm just going to say it to everybody out there. I said it earlier that there's sometimes you meet people that you just click, and we're just that type right now. We've been clicking for 5 years.
And having fun. And privately too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Phone calls on that or whatever.
Yeah. So tell everybody a little bit about King's World of Marble.
Well, King's World of Marble has been in business in Phoenix since 1995, and we used to do full fabrication of marble and granite and installation, and then we later on switched into just restoration, maintenance, and repair. We are all European trained. That's a really important part because here a lot of times, you know, we talked about that all the time. When you get in a training here, 6 months, and you become a baker or a
Butcher
or electrician or something, you know. It's like 12 months and then you're pretty much done, except if you go into a doctor or something like this. In Europe, like where we come from, you have to really train. You have to know what you're doing. And so, like, for example, my son, he started with us when he was 17, and he had an apprenticeship for 7 years. And so learning the stone industry was not just learning how to polish a little bit here, a little bit there, or do a saw cut or something like this. You actually had to learn the stone, the differences on different stones, because not one size fits all. And so, yeah. So
I think that's what really makes y'all different.
It does. And when, like I said, we know that even from clients. Like we come in and they go, well, we already had 3 people in there trying to fix it, and you're our last hope. You know, you should have called me first.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and the other thing is you've done so much work all over with 1995?
Yeah, 1995.
1995, that's a real long time. And
we were one of the only companies that was like 5 fabrication shops in Phoenix when we started. And even like the Board of Contract, they didn't even have a gray book or guidelines for installation of slab. They all had it for tiles or whatever. So we were part of literally writing the gray book or the instruction for the Board of Contractors.
Well, and some of the work that you've done around town, you'll see it when you go.
Yeah, like if you go into the Hyatt downtown Phoenix or Gainey Ranch, some of St. Marcus, some of the hotels, but we did a lot of high-end residential too. So we do both residential and commercial.
But it doesn't have to be. There's so much marble and stone, natural stone, in a lot of the homes today.
And I always said, you know, there's never a job too big or too small. So if you have a little ship, we'll fix it, or if you have a big deal going on, it doesn't matter.
The other thing that I like to talk about too is that one of the things that you do is artwork, you know, and who would think?
Yeah.
Right? Who would thunk? Not me, but that's really cool.
Well, you know, like anything with marble or anything with a natural stone.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And so there's a lot of art pieces out there. We have done stuff for the art galleries, and so yeah, we've been around. We've done like the memorial in Anthem. Right now, I'm doing the Pinal County, my favorite county.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The police station, we're doing the memorial there.
Oh,
and we have to have it done by next year, 4th of July.
Yeah.
So
And that's
either
really
that
nice.
or whenever, one of the holidays.
5-star rated everywhere.
Right.
And when you work with them, you will know why. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, we do talk about people's cracks all the time. We love talking about them, and you know, there's
Cracks
a lot.
are okay.
Yeah, it depends. Okay, I'm just gonna say
Some
it does
are big,
depend,
some are small.
and some don't belong. You know, right? That's always that one that I see that don't belong. Not a pretty sight.
I want to see.
But for you, when you come in, we've talked a lot about people who have had work done,
Right.
and they don't know that you got it, because a lot of people will go with the least expensive, right?
Well, either that or they're trying to self-fix.
Oh, that's the
Yeah,
DIY.
Yeah. That's even the worst.
Yeah.
And then you come in and you're going, well, it would have cost you this much, but now I have to fix what you fixed and unfix and then try to fix it.
Right, but most of the time, that's one thing about you, is that you can almost perform miracles because you're so good at what you do.
Right, and like I said, there's Seamus and Travis, both of the guys are just been doing that for so many years. I mean, Travis is now 48. Oh, he's got to be 48. Sorry, guy. He's 47. And he's been doing it since he's 17 years old. And then Seamus been in the business, literally learning and getting the knowledge since he's 17 years old. And he is, he's almost retired.
So also you work with realtors.
I do, yes. I work with realtors, I work with builders, I work with even other fabrication shops. And that's always the fun part.
Tell us what you do with them.
Well, when they're doing installation, or when their guys come in and mess something up, where they don't know how to repair it, we'll come in and repair it. Or like builders would have their own fabricators, they go in, and then right on the latter part of it, we come in and then we make it perfect.
So there's one thing too, that if you're a homeowner, right, and you're having work done, one of the things that you can do is go in there and make sure that job is done correctly before you sign the check.
That's before you sign the final check.
Yeah,
Yes.
the final check.
Yeah.
Well, I guess there's one before that, right?
Sometimes.
Most of the time?
Most of the time, oh
Right.
yeah. I would have half and then 3/4, and then the latter end is.
But you do want to make sure that it's done correctly. How many times when you go and do that, do you find where there's mistakes?
Well, we find a lot of mistakes, but then you have to figure mistakes. Is it something what's slightly, or is it something what's really messed up? Or when we walk in and James or one of the guys or myself walk in, we can literally see it. We can see it, somebody else will notice. Okay. This stuff what we see, where I just pay attention to what the client sees. Okay. And if the client doesn't pick it up and notice it, then we're good to go.
Okay.
But there's a lot of times where things are uneven, or a lot of times is when they do a seam and they do a top polish and you look and it's just off. It's not as shiny as the other part. Sometimes they try to fix it, then they cup it. So there's a lot of different areas where.
Don't be cupping.
Don't be cupping, no.
So tell everybody when you own a piece of natural stone, how it has to be maintained.
Well, maintenance is a big issue.
It's a big issue
Yeah.
with almost everything in your home, because people don't think about it.
Well, look, you take your car, you have a luxury car, a nice car, you pay thousands of dollars for it. What do? You maintain it. Well, it's the same thing with the countertop. Okay, it was natural stone, it has to be maintained. You have to do maintenance on it in regards sealing it. If you use the kitchen maybe once in a great while, not as often, but if you're regular using your kitchen, you need to seal it.
You can call them at area code 602-451-2689. They're 5-star rated everywhere. They're statewide. They're licensed, bonded, and insured. You can check them out either on their website, which is kingsworldofmarble.org, but you can also go to Facebook and see that their website there that has a lot of different pictures and everything, which is King's World of Marble Maintenance. Check that out too. But the main thing is, have it done by professional. That is what they are. They're the best at what they do. 602-451-2689. Hang tight. We're going to be back in just a minute. Okay, we're going to keep on talking.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Live.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I keep forgetting. There we go.
Okay. So yeah, and I forgot to say that you're rated with the Better Business Bureau, but I'll do that on the next one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to also talk about the sinks again. We always should bring up that. The sinks.
Sinks, oh yeah, that's important. And you know what the newest thing is, what we're really finding right now is, the difference between the quartz and the quartzite,
Yeah.
right? So what we're finding, we've been doing a lot of that, and it's cost people a lot of money, or the builders or the fabricators, because the quartzite that's coming in lately with certain suppliers, it's not completely closed. They call it when the last process of the polishing is not completed. So what it does now, normally quartzites, no, it's quartzite is normally very harsh and very hard and very durable, but when it's not completely closed, it stains. So we just finished a job. It's huge. Like it's cost them 15 grand.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We were working on that for about a month, having to go back in, put this on, try to pull all the stains
Quartz,
out.
on the quartz,
Quartzite.
quartzite,
Yeah.
okay.
And-
There's a difference.
Well, the quartzite is the natural, and the quartz then is the man-made.
So, okay, but they all go with natural.
Well, not every, no. Well, quartz was the big in there for a period of time, and quartz starting to sizzle out, because remember on quartz is when you put something hot on there, it
Right.
it can crack, or it's not as durable as they try to sell it to you, you know. And then when something cracks, we can fuse the crack, but we can't touch the surface because it's man-made. So there's no way we can
nothing
ever
you
polish it. Yeah, there's no way you can polish it the same way as that. It's just not possible. Okay, we tried things or whatever, but it's not happening. So yeah, we fuse
We've
it.
never really talked about this. A lot of people that are do-it-yourselfers or will think, oh, I can go to, let's say, one of the big box stores or go on to YouTube
Yeah.
and see how to fix it.
Yeah, they do this all the time, and that's
Yeah.
why I said we come back in, and I just had a case just a couple of weeks ago where he sent me pictures, and I just look at pictures. I go, so who's trying to fix it? He's like, what do you mean?
Yeah. Like you think you can fully.
Yeah. Who's
Yeah.
trying to fix that prior to? Because that's not a normal crack.
Yeah.
You know, it's already been fixed once, and then it's like, well, you know.
A lot of people
My
try to-
husband tried to do it, you know. So yeah, there's a lot of that. You know, especially on cracks or whatever. They think they can just throw something in there, glue it up or whatever, and you know, end of story, and then it's cracks.
Right.
But a lot of times is the cracks that are appear in the sink is the problem because of the rods underneath. If you don't take it out and you do a quick fix, that's what happens.
So welcome back, everyone. We've been talking to Facebook Land about different natural stones. One of them that we've been talking about is quartz, the difference between quartz and quartzite.
Correct.
There's a difference.
Yes, well, quartz is the man-made, and then quartzite is the natural. But what we were talking about is basically the quartzite, what's been coming in with some suppliers, has a little bit of an issue, and it's not completely closed. Meaning the last step of the polishing step, the stone is not completely flat, closed. And when that happens, even quartzite is extreme durable stone. It has a tendency to things seeps in and stains.
Stains.
Yeah.
So, and when something is stained, and I know exactly what you mean, I hate that when that happens.
Yeah.
You put it down, and now whatever that oil that was on that can stain it. Can you get those out?
What we do, we use pultas, and we have some chemicals we put on. It's a long process. Like I said, I just told you about a house. We worked on it for over a month. So yeah, you
Bad
had to go
stains.
back there over and over. So you go there, apply pultas, then you remove it, let it dry out, stain is done. You do the process over and over until that stain is removed. And then you go back in and then you close the stone, meaning you do the final polishing step. And so that, of course, costs quite a bit of money.
Now, but a lot of people are, it's very popular, right? And a
Right.
lot of people don't realize that you gotta take care of it. We've been talking about maintaining, but also you gotta be careful. There's some people that that use their kitchens more than others,
Right.
right? And you, by the way, who has probably every natural stone in your home,
I do.
yeah. But you also are a magnificent cook,
Right.
and you use a lot of that, and you know how to take care of it. That's
Right.
another thing, because if you go put let's say a crock pot on your stone,
Well, if I do it on the natural stone, there's no problem. I can do use a crock pot on it and anything heat. I take my pot and put it straight on my countertop, so
Okay.
there's no issues. The problem is with the quartz.
With the man-made.
Yeah, the man-made on the quartz, they don't tell you that. You know, they go, oh, it won't stain.
No
it won't-"
instructions.
Yeah, no instructions. Just sell, you know.
Right.
Just buy it and off you go.
Right.
But when you put something hot on, it will crack the stone. So if you have a crock pot or an Instapot or pressure cooker or whatever, or toaster, anything on the hot end of it can actually do that.
And a lot of people do purchase the man-made.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
quartz was
a lot less money.
it's a beautiful stone, wannabe stone. We call it wannabe stone. It's beautiful and it fits into a lot of kitchens and it's modern and it has its positives, you know, but I feel it's more negatives than positives.
Right.
And people finding that out because if you have a crack now, we can fuse the crack but we can't fix it. If you
When-
have a chip, we can, you know, but a chip's easy too.
Chip's different than a crack.
Yeah,
But a
chips-
lot of people, they have a chip,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And they know they got a chip.
Yeah.
And they say, well, you know what, we'll wait till it cracks.
Well, not necessarily. Sometimes a chip is just on the corner, like on the sink section. There's a lot of, you know, you put your pots on it, or
You
wash
hit
it
it.
in you, you ding it, you bang it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So, yeah,
I'd be
it's-
so upset.
Yeah, it chips quite a bit.
So, but what was I say, if they do, they need to make sure they take care of it right away, is what was my point there.
But the cracks are usually, if you have a little bit of a hairline crack going in or something like this, they let it be and then, yeah, something or whatever. But if you don't fix it right away, then it's gonna
Really crack.
really crack.
Now, we talked a little bit about sinks. I wanted to get that out for people out there, because a lot of people want to have those big
One basin.
Basin was
yeah.
a word, yeah.
Right. Oh yeah, I have it done too. And so a lot of times they're already buy the thing prior to, and then they go, well, can you fix it? Well, I can make the hole bigger, but I cannot make it smaller. So a lot of times I say, if you want to exchange the sink, give us a call. Somebody will come out, we'll do a measurement, we'll actually advise you what you can and cannot do. Some of them want to do farm sinks, you know, the one that goes in the front. Well, they don't realize all the changes you have to do even alone on the cabinets, and sometimes they don't even fit in. So instead to buy it and then think somebody's gonna install it for you or whatever, just call us first and we'll walk you through it.
Their phone number is 602-451-2689. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. 5-star rated everywhere. They are statewide. They're licensed, bonded, and insured. They have been around since 1995, and they are European trained. They are the best at what you do. They really, truly are. For the do-it-yourselfers, you know, really, it's not
Just
a good
don't.
idea. But a lot of people do, you know, especially they go up onto YouTube and they, oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
And
Either that or they get somebody who really doesn't have the experience, and by the sink section is a major problem because you have cracks at the sink and there's a reason for it because there's a rod. And if the rod is not removed, whatever you fix within a short period of time, it will crack again. So what you just pay to have somebody who doesn't know what they're doing or kind of fix it a little bit type of thing, you're going to pay a lot more afterwards.
well, and
Have it
this,
done the right way.
so the rod has to be taken out, removed.
Yes, because it gets rusty.
Okay.
So what happens is if you do not do
Does
your
everybody
maintenance-
know that there's a rod down underneath your?
No, most people don't.
No, that's what I
No,
said.
most people don't, but if you think about it, you have two skinny areas in
You have to
the
have
sink.
something.
You have to have something to stabilize
But
it.
it gets old. It gets rotted from the water, whatever.
Yeah, like a maintenance. There we go again.
Mhm.
Okay, so if you don't do the maintenance and you don't watch your silicone around the sink, and even if you have a pinhole that goes underneath, then there you go. So it will rust out, and once it starts rusting, then it expands and then it cracks. And
So you
that
have
has
to
be removed.
have to be removed. And you
Yeah.
have to make sure that you have somebody that does know what they're doing. You know, that's beautiful. All of the homes today are beautiful with their natural stones.
Right.
But you have to take care of them, you know, and most people don't think about that. I want to talk about, let's say, you know, there's stone inside,
Right.
there's stone outside.
Yep.
There's stone in a bathroom,
Yeah.
And it's all over now.
Well, it's flooring, it's countertops, it's barbecue areas, and sometimes people don't understand if you're out in the barbecue area and you have nothing on the shade end of it. Oh yeah, it will crack and the seams will crack and then put a
From the
shade
sun.
over it.
Yeah.
From the sun.
And then, but I was going to talk about outside, because I know that we've talked about when you put something over it, for the people not to be to
Oh, the slip.
slip.
Oh, okay. Yeah, when you're around the
It's
pool
hard
area.
when you don't have anything here.
Oh, you slip.
Yeah.
No, what we call is when we do a sealant on it, they call it a non-slip. And you do that around the pool area, on your patios, whatsoever, because natural stone can get very slippery.
Mhm.
Or even like some in the senior end of it.
Right,
at
the showers.
bathrooms and the
Mhm.
showers. Showers not so much because they have the small stones a lot of times inside of the showers anyway on the floor. But when you step out, all of a sudden you have natural floor, and if that's not sealed properly with an unslip, you find yourself on your behind.
Yeah. And for seniors, that would be terrible.
And I've done it, personally.
And that's when you decided to make sure that you don't slip anymore.
No, I just learned how to slide.
But the one thing is that people need to know that you do all of these things.
Yes.
And the best of when you're talking about anybody who's going to maintain your natural stones, King's World of Marble are the ones to call, because word on the street is that if King's World of Marble can't fix it, nobody can. And it is true. For the last minute or so what would you like for people to know? Maybe you want to talk about the with your real estate agents that you work with them. That's a good one to bring up.
Right. Yeah, I work with a lot of realtors, and I was a realtor for 17 years. And so I do understand, for instance, when you put a house up for listing, a lot of times people spruce it up, paint and all kinds of stuff. Well, have us inspect it, first of all, because a lot of times there's issues. Never been maintained, nothing happens, there's cracks again or other issues, and they can get pretty costly. So if you can't fix it at that point, you can use it as a tool, like give an allowance for the carpet, you give an allowance for the repair.
Mhm.
Or when you are the selling agent and you're closing a house, give a gift.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah, instead of a bottle of wine or a dinner, give them a certificate. We sell certificates, and you can use it for the maintenance or the repair or anything you like.
It's a great idea. And there's so many homes that have the natural stone, marble. I mean, it goes on and on
It goes on.
for you to be able to do that for your client. Believe me, I know it doesn't look as pretty, but even throw in a bottle of wine, right, and put it with that, and they'll love you for it. But also they will know by having that they need to do that,
Right.
that make sure that they know that they do to keep it up. King's World of Marble, 5-star rated everywhere. They are A+ rated with the Business Bureau. They are statewide licensed, bonded, and insured. Check them out. It's kingsworldofmarble.org, or go on to Facebook at King's World of Marble Maintenance, and you can see all the beautiful pictures.
There you go.